I'm praying and I want to ask His Excellency the President, my friend, to support Raila Odinga on his bid to become the AU chairman. Thank you. My name is Gitonga Mukunji. I'm the Member of Parliament of a place called Manyata in Embu. I am also the Chairman, Kenya Young Parliamentarian Association, an organization in the National Assembly of 13th Parliament that has got close to active 43 members of Parliament, and all of them below 40 years of age. So we are here today first to start the year in an interactive session where young members of Parliament are interacting with their peers and also exchanging knowledge. And we had invited stakeholders on issues to do with budget making process. As you're aware, that budget is a process that happens in the National Assembly, and it is a continuous process. Actually, in March, we are coming to do what we call a supplementary budget. And I sat down and I thought one of the areas that we need to sharpen our young members on is the issue to do with budget making, because that is where we can have members making the biggest impact. If the monies of this country are spent in the right way, they go and members of the public get value for money, I believe that is when members of Parliament can feel giving back to why they were elected and the electorate trusted them. And I believe today's session was very interesting. We have analyzed budget of the 2022-2023 year and also the first quarter of the 2023-2024 budget. And we have seen the areas that are really pressing on us on issues to do with our huge recurrent budget. Our recurrent budget has increased from 3.2% to 15%. We have also had a problem with our debt levels, and members have interacted with the issue that we need to audit our debt. We need to know which are these debts, what did they do, what is it that they brought to the nation. And members of Parliament, especially young members, are the people with that voice that they can actually call it like it is and bring in the idea that we need to sober up and bring this country to a level where we are able to manage on how we are able to correct our revenue to where we are using our money and be able to use what we are able to get and not overspend on things that we don't have. And I believe the session has been quite interesting, and I believe it is also a question of where we are putting our monies. Are we putting monies on areas that are providing jobs for our young people? Those are questions we're asking ourselves. Are we putting monies in areas that is conjuring the economy to grow? So those questions are things that we are going to continue this conversation in Parliament, and we are also going to be very vocal and active when we are making the budgets of this country so that we can transforming this country. We have seen the shilling appreciating against the dollar today. We have seen a huge increase and a huge appreciation of the shilling. But we don't want to speculate what that is bringing. But at the same time, it is very hopeful. And I want to tell Kenyans they should not lose hope. They should be as hopeful as possible on these issues. And I believe, as the chairman, Kenya Young Parliamentarians, I want to promise Kenyans that this 13th Parliament, people have said it is hijacked by the executive. No, we have brains. We are going to actually ensure we deliver to the electorate, but not to our principles, but to the electorate of this country.
Just to ask you this, Wakenya wanajiuliza sana, mbona dola inashuka? Ni watu wanapika, kuna ukora gani inafanyika?
You know, Kenyans are peculiar people. There is what we call market forces. What has happened in a few days, the government has floated a Eurobond, although it's borrowing, a Eurobond that has had a very interesting response, and that has brought in a lot of dollars. So, and people and the demand of the Kenyan shillings has really gotten high to an extent where the dollar has shrunk on the value and the Kenyan shillings has actually appreciated. We want to see whether that will be sustainable. That will depend on two things. Number one, we are a net importer So do we have programs that are actually making Kenyans import less? If the trade is going on well, I believe our shillings will be sustainably able to withhold the force of the dollar.
I believe this will be maybe a political question to ask, but we've seen rumors going around, speculations going around that Right Honorable Raila Odinga might be the next chair of AU.
Yeah, let me first say, as the chairman, Kenya Young Parliamentarian, I fully endorse Raila Odinga to go and become the chairman of the AU. I believe he has all the knowledge that is required. He has the skills, and he also needs to leave this space of the local politics to the young leaders of our country. He needs to leave this to Babu, and young future generation. Because that is it. Because we believe we are the future leaders and also the current leaders. We are not going to wait until a bell is rung to know this country needs young leaders that are going to look at the generation and the intergeneration of the generation to come. We have to ensure that the leaders of today, who we are calling the cream of the leaders, leave space for our young leaders. And that way we are able to create a very nice, simple, structured leadership of this country. Even us, in a few years, we will also leave the current leadership and leave it to our young leaders. So
hopefully we'll see that, because most people are saying that it was part of the deal. I don't know, a dark handshake between Kenya Kwanza and Azimio. I'm on the end product here.
Let's be real. Raila Odinga is fully qualified to be the AU chair.
There's no deal there.
He has served in the infrastructure department of AU. He knows his way around Africa. He has many friends around Africa. He fits the bill. And I wish him all the best. If he needs me to campaign for him, I will do it passionately.
I know you're very close to His Excellency William Samoei Ruto. Are we expecting to see His Excellency endorsing Raila for the AU seat, chairperson seat?
Well, I also heard the former president is interested, but I have not heard him come out to say he wants the seat. But I am praying, and I want to ask His Excellency the President, my friend, to support Raila Odinga on his bid to become the AU chairman.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.